Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I have a new challenge. This challenge is for the game of Clue, or Cluedo if you're from the UK, and I'm referring to the digital version of this game. Now, this one in particular, you can play with your friends, or play single player for practices. For online, it's going to be very difficult, and here's why. This challenge requires a randomizer, a spinning wheel, or a dice roller that will determine possibly either multiple things, probably 4, if you wanted to use the 4th option. So, here's how this works. First off, the rules of this challenge is that if you use some sort of randomizer, whether it's a spinning wheel, a button, or a dice roller, it basically decides what theme of the board that you're playing, which character you play as, and it also determines on the opponent's characters. But here's the thing. They all have to play a specific character of a specific theme. So, for example, all 5 of the opponents, whether AI or friends, has to play all the characters from the Hollywood theme board. That's the example, which I will show you in just a moment. And last but not least, the 4th and final thing, if you want to use that option, is to determine the difficulties for the AI. But that's only on single player. For friends, it's technically 3 things you need to do, while for single player, 4 things. So any randomizer, wheel, or dice roller will determine the difficulties, the characters, and even the board itself. And I'm going to show you what I am going to use. This is what I'm going to be using, not just as a demonstration, but also for this entire challenge. This is the RPG dice roller, and unfortunately I cannot give you the link or where I got this application from, because I don't know where I got it from. But I will say this, if you Google search RPG dice roller download, you might be able to find it. But for now, this is the application that I'm using, and what I do is that I go to customize dice for 2 things, which is to determine the board theme and the characters, which, by the way, there are 11 board themes and 18 characters. And I'm not counting all the characters that are similar. I'm talking about all the characters that had different names. And by different names, I meant like Mrs. Peacock, and if her name was Peacock, it's still Mrs. Peacock and all that kind of stuff. It's complicated, but let's just say that only 18 characters of a name that is not like the same name, but different. It's complicated. So what I do is that I type in the number of the dice roll on no number of sides instead of number of dices. And I'm going to go to single player just to demonstrate. And we're going to focus on the gameplay and how this works. And you get to see of probably either success or the madness of all challenges. So I put number 11 for the sides because that's how many board themes we have. So I press roll, and it's number 8. It's number 8. So I have to count it to determine 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so it's the masquerade theme. So we're gonna click here, and here are the characters. There's only 18 of them, which I'm counting as Scarlet, Plum, Peacock, Mustard, Green, Orchid, Mrs. White, Madame Rose, Peach, Monsieur Brunette, the Prince, which I cannot pronounce his other name. I think it's Azure. Inspector Gray. I think that's 12. That's 6, 9, 12. And then, let's see. And then we have the one for the Sherlock one. This one right here, the other professor, is 13, 14 for Sherlock, Irene 15, Watson 16, Rusty 17, and Meadowbrook 18. I'm counting these characters besides the one that, like, the same character, but, you know, it's complicated. It's very complicated to explain. But hopefully you get what I'm trying to say. Alright, so I put the number 18, and let's see what I get. I get number 16. So I gotta count that. 12, 13, 14, 15. That's what Dr. Watson. That's Dr. Watson. Okay, and I'm going to remove all these characters that are played by AI. Because I wanted to show you that... Whoops. Because I wanted to show you that. What I do is that I go to the 12 dice roller. Because... Let's see. Because there are only 12 themes of characters. We have Tudor, Classic, International. Because it doesn't have their own board, but International is, you know, the international set. That's what I'm trying to say. Hollywood, Murder Express, Vampire Castle, Snowy Peaks, Wild West, Masquerade, Sherlock, Egyptian Adventure, and Tropical Mystery. So I'm going to roll the dice to determine on which set of characters does the AI opponent play as. And it's number 5, which is the Murder Express characters. And I get to choose them randomly. It'll be much faster than just having the dice roll to determine the opponent's characters. Because that will be too much. So while I'll go with Dr. Mrs. White. I go with Lady Peach, Duchess Orchid, let's see, Mr. Mustard, and Peacock. Okay, now I'm about to get ready to start the game. However, there's one more that I need to do. You go to the 6-sided die to determine the difficulty. 1 through 2 is easy, 3 through 4 is medium, 5 through 6 is hard. And I don't want to get hard because the last time I did this was on stream and it was the absolute worst. It is the absolute worst because the AI is very smart, very fast, and you're not going to be able to guess it on time. So let's roll the dice. And I got 5. Which unfortunately, I'm not going to do it on this video because that would be totally a complete disaster. So I'm just going to leave it on easy. But this is the example of whether or not if you want to choose to play it in a difficulty to challenge yourself. Determine whether it's the dice, the spinning wheel, or the randomizer button. Or, if you don't want to make things very too hard, you just go ahead and leave it on easy or any difficulty that you want. But, that's how this challenge works. So, let's move on to the gameplay. Alright, ladies and gentlemen. So, here's the gameplay. It's still the same, but sometimes depending on the challenge, you may never know. how either fast or slow the gameplay could be. I'm gonna put a question mark. Okay, so I got the candelabra, the loot, and the arcade. I don't have the suspects, so I may have to focus on that. Even though I would love to play hard just to showcase of how, you know, annoying hard difficulty is, but I wanted to play this on easy just for demonstration purposes. I'm not going to play in hard difficulty because I know I will lose, even though that would be an interesting video, but I'm just not in the mood for it. But that is technically a choice option if you want to go with the fourth option, which is not the fourth option, the other option where you want to determine your dice rolls, your spinning wheels, or anything that decides your difficulty levels. Oh boy, I have that weapon. I have no choice but to show the cards. Really don't like this. Okay, let's go here, because I need to get the suspect. Let's go with Peacock, with this weapon. And of course she has herself. Splendid. Now, you're probably wondering, do you also have to use the dice rolls to determine how many players to play in single player? Well, that's something that came to mind, and I haven't thought about that. But who knows? Who knows? That could be another option as well, but I'm not going to demonstrate much of it because I want to keep it very simple, also to add a bit of a challenge. I will probably set up the rules somehow, some way, either in the community post or on the description of this video. I'm not 100% sure yet. But I do want to make it a very interesting and fun challenge, just to keep this old Clue game very interesting. If you're tired doing the same thing, why not add a bit of the challenge to make it a bit interesting? Now, this challenge may not be trending, but this is something that I came up with because it's a lot interesting and fun. I'm putting question marks on each of them because you may never know if they have them. Okay, let's see. I have the arcade. Another person that may have this character, this weapon, and this room. Hey, it's my turn. Let's see. Let's go over here, because I need to get the character. Not the character, the suspect. Let's go with the doctor. And I'm talking about this doctor. Oh, okay. Okay. It looks like no one has, Dr. Lady White. Or Dr. White, according to this game.
Huh?
Let's see, okay. Let's see. I have to turn down the music a little bit as well. Muster Rosa 2. Where does that put him? Absolutely nowhere. That's unfortunate. And that sometimes happens. A 2. He goes to the gallery. Which is fortunate for Duchess Orchid. I don't know if that rhymes, but, you know. It's now Peach's turn. She's headed to the drawing room. Now, I would like to say, I'd like to ask you a favor. You want this challenge to be a series? And if so, I want you to press that like button. But most importantly, if you enjoy this kind of video. All you have to do is press the like button if you want this to be a legit series, where I do all the challenges, not all of them, but like, I do the challenges just for the fun. This is technically a never-ending challenge. And you can stop at any point. Regardless of that, if you want this to be a series where I did this challenge, all you have to do is just press the like button. Not just for making this as a series, but also to, at the very point, to, if you, like, enjoyed this, content so far. I'm not even that close of, a victory yet. I need the weapon in the room. Let's go to the arcade again, because I have that card. Just gotta figure out the weapon. Let's go with this. Oh well, at least it's not that. That's unfortunate. That could have been the murder weapon, but Dr. White has it. Also formerly known as Mrs. White. Yeah, we already know the poison isn't it. So sad. Because that could have made this whole gameplay a lot faster. But it's complicated. Let's see. Peacock has herself. Dr. White, formerly known as Mrs. White, has the poison, so that means that Orchid has the drawing. But at least that crosses out not another one. It crosses out another one, but it's technically the room. Regardless, it's Orchid's turn. She's also formerly known as the Doctor, but now she's the Duchess. Let's see, who has the bedroom? She doesn't have the bedroom, so that means that she must have... Nah, that doesn't help at all, because she already has that bottle. My goodness. See, this is why you have to pay very close attention to clues, because you may never know. You may never know if this is the right one or the wrong one. Huh? Okay, so she does not have Watson, and she doesn't have the parasol, which is some type of umbrella. So this means that the gallery is in one of the rooms. Thanks for that information. Next up, the Doctor has roll a 2, and she's staying in this room. Huh? Which I have. Garbage. I have no choice but to show her that card. And that's my little doggy with her collar making that noise. She's trying to find a spot to sleep. She's doing good. Anyways, now I'm in a serious situation because I cannot reach to the arcade. So I have to go to here. I have to go to the rooms. It just isn't fair. Because I need to know the weapon. And now this has to do. Of course, that's not the one. I don't know why I'm getting upset. I shouldn't be upset because it will help me a bit. But I just don't want the AI to be victorious because, you know, I put it on easy, so they should... Oh my goodness. This definitely helps. This definitely helps. So, Dr. White has the gallery. No one has the umbrella parasol. So that means that Peach has the mustard card. All I have to do is figure out the room. It could either be the pier, the bedroom, the banquet hall, the theater, or even the ballroom. Mrs. Peacock has two of the cards. Excuse me. My nose started to itch. Huh? Alright. Excuse me. Feeling a bit sleepy today. show Peach the card. This is not good. I still haven't figured out the room yet. Still the same room. Yeah. I don't know who has Orchid right now. That's not my issue. Where does this take me? Let's try the bedroom. Oh, right. It looks like I win. Even though I'm playing this on easy, and I could have played hard, but I couldn't do it because when I streamed this and played this on hard with the dice roll, it was just complete and utter disaster, and I did not win. Even though I made this challenge to make things a little bit interesting and sometimes difficult, but it's like, no, I can't. That's technically an option if you want to try the difficulty. If you want the dice roll to determine the difficulty. Anyways, this is my accusation. Better be right. And that is the challenge, ladies and gentlemen. That is the challenge. And I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. Please leave a like. Please leave a like if you enjoyed this video, and also leave a like if you want this to be a series. Because if not, then that's fine. Because, you know. And also subscribe to the channel. Turn on these notifications so you won't miss a single upload. And I'll see you all in the next video. As always, stay safe, stay healthy, be kind to others.